Welcome to this look at a brilliant new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Oberschwaben. This is a new mod map out by Jogi, 798.58 megabytes download, 18 required mods which do download automatically. There's some warnings, there's a few bits and bobs on here. This map is fantastic. It's very tweaked in so much as it's really well done. I haven't found anything clunky. The landscape's fantastic. There's some incredible features. There's a load of custom stuff on it. It is a great map. Yes, it's high on the megabyte download, but you'll see why as we go around the map. Talking of the map, it looks like this. And what I like about this as well, you've got a key up to the side here. So we've got some various different farms. There's the biogas plant. There's a couple of little bits here and there. And then we've also got all these orange markers here are representative of something on the map, whether it be an animal pasture, whether it be an apple tree, whether it just be some sheds. So wherever there's an orange marker, there is something of interest that you can either buy the land that it's on and get the production if it's a production, or if it's on the, and I'll show you what I mean, because we have got periphery. If you buy all of that for 903,000, some of them are sheds which are on those plots of land. Like for example, that one there is on that plot of land, and there is that one there is also a shed, as are these two. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to buy all of the plots that have got an orange marker on, just so as we go around the map they're done. Plus you've got the additional farms. So we've got the where are we? Got this one here, this one here, we've got this over here, this here, small bit there, and then we've got this one down here. This is the this was the biogas. Yes, it was. Just trying to think. That's quite a big farm. Well, you'll see as we go around. I'll show you all of the items as we go. So I'm going to purchase those up. So when you see this map again, there's going to be a lot more of the the blue icons. Why is it red? The blue icons all over the map. As far as field prices go for the rest of the map, they're not actually too bad. You know, I mean, for the size fields, they're kind of what you'd expect. There's smaller ones, medium ones, some large plots. What I haven't tried to do actually, because this is all on the verges, the periphery, and that you can drive all through this. I haven't tried cutting any trees down on. Actually, I might do that. You know what I'm going to do? Let's buy that as well, just so it's done and we've bought it. And what I'll do is I'll get a chainsaw, and as we go around, we've got to drive across part of that later on. I'll stop and see if we can cut a tree down, because that's a lot of land with a lot of forestry. It might not let us, but we can certainly try. I will see you in a moment. Let's get on with that. Okay, so at the start of farm, we might as well talk about slot count. The slot count on new farm is 1,648. On farm management start from scratch is 1,507. The difference being you don't have any of the start machinery or equipment. Now, this also comes with another warning. I went round trying to remove buildings and stuff to see if I could get the slot count down lower. My advice is don't. Something went very, very weird, and I don't know what happened. I tried removing some of the buildings on here, and it leaves all sorts of decorative stuff behind. Then it tripped out. I will cut to a little clip to show you that now. Yeah, it's very strange. I'll cut to it just so you can see it. So on this point that MrSealyp is making, word of warning. I don't know what's happened. If you look to the right hand side, all of the icons are switched on, so everything should be showing, but nothing is showing on the map. It literally just glitched out. I don't know what happened. If we come back out, as he was probably already previously saying, showing you the picture, this is what it looks like when you remove some of the buildings. But I bought up some of the other plots of land because I was trying to reduce the slot count to see whether you can sell other parts of the farms and stuff like that. And look, if we go across to demolish and I sell this building, watch. So 96,000, brilliant. But it hasn't removed it. Then it gives me the option to sell it again, and again, and again. Let's go no. Let's go to this one. I have no idea what's going on. Size clamps, can I remove those? Yeah, same thing. It's just giving me the option to remove them over and over and over and over again. And I'm making a fortune, that's wonderful. But something's then gone wrong, because like so we come back and we go to the map. I've tried turning them on and off. I don't know what's going on. Very strange. Just if it happens to you, yeah, I don't know. How odd. I wouldn't remove any of the stuff if it was me. I'd leave it. Yeah, so just a warning, just be careful on that. There are 12 collectibles on the map. There are two versions of the map. There's a standard version and there's the Food Plus. I'm on the Food Plus version. If you go on the standard version, there should be an image coming up on the screen now. The standard version has fairly standard animal feed requirements, as you can see from the picture. Water is required. And it depends what pen you're on, but you've got a total mix ration, you've got hay, silage and grass, so you can feed them, you know, different amounts. But if you do total mix ration, it hits the 100%. On the Food Plus version, that's different for the animal pens, and I think there's no total mix ration, definitely for cows, and you'll have to make adjustments as well. And there's some extra things are required, things like mineral feeds, and I'll show you one here. But just so you know, a bit of extra information doesn't go amiss. There are 3 additional crop types. We've got rye, alfalfa and clover. Rye, well, all 3 are put in the ground with seeders. I always show this because I've got so much to get around. I hope I'm going to fill this in. So as you can see there, we've got rye, alfalfa and clover. They're put in with seeders. Now, the rye is harvested with the regular header. The alfalfa and clover, as far as I'm aware and as far as I can tell from all the other information on the map, is you can use those for feed. You can turn them into hay. So it's like a grass, which is normal. But if you go to headers, the headers there shows that you can do rye or clover with a regular header. But what's weird with that is if we come out and we go into this menu and look at our prices menu, if we scroll down until we get to our clover and the additional crop types, and that's just regular clover. You've got it for the hairdryer, outdoor hay drying, bale selling, silage selling, so you can use it for silage, like clover silage, but there's nothing for just clover. I don't know. It's an odd one. But as you can see, we've got some extra things in here: fruit waste, apples, grain scraps, things like that. We'll talk about those as we get on as well. Under build mode, in addition to the 18 required mods, we do have a couple of bits under sheds that have been added in by the map maker. If we go to silos, we've got a couple added in, or one added in there under silos, in addition to the required. If we go to containers, we've got, it says sewage treatment plant. There's no picture, but you'll see that when we get out to it. There's a lot of custom stuff on here, which is really cool. If we go to farmhouses, we've got some additional farmhouse elements put in, as well as other triggers and things you can utilise around the map if you wish. None of the farms actually have sleep triggers, so it will give the option to put them in if you want to. If we go to production and factories, we've got the biogas plant, and we have got the carpentry heb. As far as I can tell, it's a standard carpentry. It does the carpentry things, and the biogas plant does potatoes in addition to the standard crop types. We'll buy that when we get out there, so you'll see that. And then under animals, and this is where you'll see the extra feed types. If we go, where are we? It should show you the extra ones on there. Did I go on the wrong one? I'm sure I'm on the Animal Plus. I'm such a muppet. I loaded up the wrong version of the game. Of course I did. And what I'll do, let's whiz over here very quickly before we move on from what I was talking about. Let's just... Baby animals, they are a thing on here as well. So on all the different animal pastures, whether it's the sheep or the pigs or whatever it might be, we have got the option for various different animals. And these ones add in some extras. We've got bullocks. Got to be careful I don't get in trouble for that. We've got yearlings as well as bull, and so we've got some extra ones in here as well, in the various different varieties, the different flavours of cow. So what I'm going to do, let's just going to put in 2 in here, just so we can come out and we can have a look in here at our animals. So in comparison to the other one, there's no total mix ration. You've got hay, silage, grass, then base food. So you can't get the 100% straight off the bat from doing total mix ration. So it is a feed plus situation, although it's that kind of thing of, I do like doing total mix ration, but it's up to you, whichever version of the game you want to play. And if we go back into this menu and back to the animals, you'll see now, if we look at the cows, as that scrolls across, you've got those extra ones on there. So you've got mineral feed, you've got some extra ones on there, you've got sugar beet cut, and there's the grain fodder, something along those lines, but we're going to see that production in a moment. So we have got additional pens under cows, we've got nothing under horses, but we have got pigs, we've got sheep, chickens, nothing under bees. There was nothing in particular with landscaping, decoration, anything like that. Everything else is pretty standard. So The farm itself, this is packed with stuff, so we're going to have to kind of rock it around a little bit, but you've got your blower for your crane's got a cover at the moment, so that takes the cover off and gets that ready for introduction of crops and whatnot, so you can turn that on or off if you want to, which turns the fan off as well. The doors, I'm not going to open those ones because these are the ones you've got the bottom sections open first, each individual side. There we go. And then if you want to do the top ones, you've got to come to the left of them, and then you can open the upper gates. Inside, we've got our mini front loader, dialogue box. So first dialogue box we've got for 10 cows, manure point around the side, equipment and machinery tucked away in here as well. So there's plenty of machinery around. Like I say, on the other two game modes you don't have any start machinery or equipment. Let's open the door and we'll go through here. It's tight, there's not a lot of room in here, to be fair, for feed and stuff like that. I love that. It's so detailed. There is so much going on. Let's hop out of here as well. So if we open this door, we've then got another dialogue box out here. Please work. There we go. For another 5. Water point, because it does require water. And trailers here as well. You've got your milk points and your slurry points, water points, dotted around all over the place. We're going to cut across here next, and we're going to open this door. So if we come into here, this is what I was talking about. So production point. So this is one of 7 you start with on New Farmer. The only reason you don't have them on Farm Manager and start from scratch is you don't own the land yet. Once you've bought the land, you'll get these 7 productions because they're all here on this main farm. The other thing to point out, when you start the game up, it will give you an instruction to say that you need to have bought this farm to be able to operate the crane. So on Farm Manager and start from scratch, you don't own it. You'll need to buy it to operate the crane, and I'll show you the crane in a little while as we go around. But anyway, this production here, it's for grain mills. This is what I was talking about. So you've got wheat, oat, barley or soybean can be put in, and you can get grain scraps out, which are part of that feed, I think the base stuff that the animals may require if it's asking for them. If we come into here, we've got another pen here, but this is for pigs. Why is the trigger not working? Is that the other side? There we go. So we've got 7 pigs, and again, sorry, we've got porkers, sows, piglets, boars in here as well. So baby animals too. If we come out of here, apologies if I appear to be being a bit kind of rocket ship quick, but there is a lot here. Open that one as well. So storage drive-through just here. If we open this one up here and come in, or we were just in there, weren't we? Let's go upstairs next. We've got bale and pallet storage and stuff all over the place. So here, bale and pallet storage 600. And where was the opening? Was it downstairs for this one? Turn the lights on. I think it might have been. This one opens this side, just like that, and we've got steps that go down, which is great. But for the bale and pallet storage, getting your stuff up here, I'm sure it was there. You got those pulleys there? Where is it? There you go, hay door open. Press circle. How cool is that? That's a neat feature. So if you're bale and pallet storage, you can do that upstairs. Then we come into here, and this is cool as well. Again, the level of detail on this is absolutely bonkers. So bale and pallet storage 250, but look at that, because it's chilled. that's awesome. Then this side also chilled. Open gate, come on. When we come in here, we've got butter and cheese production. So there's your butter production, and then the other side of that we've got a cheese production tucked away in this part of the building. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. If we come around the sides here, we've got a workshop trigger just tucked away in there, which is great. Storage, please open. It's a bit slow, but we're getting there. And in here we've got your total mix ration, so loads of different recipes for different sorts of total mix ration. As you can see on the right hand side, all the things that it may require depending on what recipe you go for, but all of them will produce total mix ration out the other side. Because the recipes are quite high, 250, 250, 450, with 1,000 out, these will produce fairly quickly. So total mix ration, once you move this equipment and machinery out, you'll be able to get to that a little bit easier, so you can make your own. But that's weird though, because it doesn't require it. Well, I suppose if you're on normal game mode it will do, yes, of course it will. Over here we've got a greenhouse. Let's hop the hedge, open the door. Small greenhouse made of windows. Just there, also starting with tomatoes, lettuce and strawberries. If we hop the fence there and come into this section, open this up. We have got a silo. This you can install, you're just going to move the trailer here, but for your silo, The silo here was 800,000 litres. It's a sort of semi-multi-fruit because some of the extra crop types are on the map, so it's not a full multi-fruit, but it will take some extra things. So putting into the silo is done there, taking out of the silo is done here. Where was the light switch in here? There's bale and pallet storages all over the shop. That trigger I couldn't work out. That's for the rolling gate there, but anyway, up there, see that? That's the crane it's talking about. So we come up the top here, we have got the option to enter the vehicle, and then the crane can be operated. Do we have lights on that? I don't think we do. But you've got your up and down, turn, you've got forward and backwards, and then you've got side to side. And this will allow you to go right the way across there if you've raised that up out the way, like that. We can go all the way across. So for manipulation of bales, moving stuff around, that kind of thing, you can use the crane if you want to. Again, if you don't have to if you don't want to. You can exit that crane wherever you want, but just be aware it will drop you down, obviously, wherever you are. And of course, I've done the wrong thing. Anyway, I can get back out of there, and I can go back to the thing and enter it wherever I want. Then we've got the open rolling gate here. So bale and pallet storage here as well. This one, this side was 800. There's stuff everywhere. Oh, these steps here, because I went up the other steps, come over to here. Move the steps up and down for getting up there as well for the bale and pallet storage. And then if we come to here and open this one up, this takes us into the main house. This is a sell point, so we've got our farmhouse sell point built into the farm as well. Wardrobe trigger just here, sleep trigger just here, and if we open the front door, we've also got a farmhouse sell point trigger just there as well. So that's kind of the main farmhouse. Now, something I didn't show, I haven't done it actually, hang on, bear with me just a moment. So what I'll do now is show you the map again with all the things bought, so you can see now all the different triggers, all the extra icons down here, extra icons down here. We've got extra icons across here. We've got a couple up here. We've got all of those, all of those, all of those. We've got some extra ones in here. So there's a lot. Let's crack on and get round. So if I've missed anything, and the chances are I will have missed something, I do apologise. I know I've missed something. Just realised it was just here. Chickens. We've got chickens at the farm as well. Just in here, 30. And again, chickens, ducks, ducklings, chicks. Because we've got baby animals, so all good. I know a lot of people have been saying with the announcements on lately from Gamescom trailer with FS25 and we're having baby animals. We've said, well, we've had baby animals before, we've had them already. We have, but not in the base game. I guess that's what, like I said before, Giants are plucking all the stuff out of the modding community they like and just adding them, integrating them into the game. Across the way here, we've also got an open garden, open plot. Just here that we start with down the bottom there, tomatoes, lettuce and strawberries, that's just across the way, which I forgot about. And also, which doesn't show with an orange marker, but next to it we've got plot 40, which I've just purchased. That is showing right here. Where are we? Plot 40, that little plot there, which was only 27,039. This also got a bale and pallet storage on it. This one was, how much was the bale and pallet storage here? 200. So bale and pallet storage in here for 200. There's a lot of bale and pallet storage, and there's more all around the map as well, so no shortage of that. I need to speed up now. There was so much at the main farm and so much information to try and impart. It's one of those ones I don't want to end up being, I'm trying to think if I've ever done a two-part map tour. I don't think I have. So the farms are all different, giving you a different vibe. So if you're going multiplayer or you want to start differently or something like that. So this one over here is an animal dealer for all intents and purposes. There is an animal dealer point on here, but you can run it as if you're running an animal dealer, which is quite cool. We've got a bale sell point just here, so this is a bale trader point there, and opening this door here takes it in, and that is just your animal. This is an animal dealer, so we've got an animal dealer here, and the farm, which I purchased, which is here, plot 125. As you can see, all these extra triggers came up. We've got shed space. These are part of the animal dealer. These aren't what we own already. We've got a small silo. The silos are all under build mode. These are under the required mods, and there's a few around the map, and they're all different sizes. So they will range anywhere from 4,690 litres up to 38,400. I think this one's the 38,400 one. And there's a couple around the map that I think are around the 12,480. So there's a few of those around the map as well. And then down the other end, we've got the cow barn here at this farm. So this is like a Daika animal dealer. There you go, 80 cows at this one. Manure heap there. Come around the side, then we've got at the other end. We have chickens and ducks, 360 just here. So that's, let's say, an animal dealer. Slurry pit as well here. So if you wanted to run it, that you're kind of running this farm, which is on with the animal dealer, and then you could, I don't know, expand out from there and provide other stuff for farmers in the local area, or farm yourself. That, of course, would be entirely up to you. From here, we'll go out this way. A couple of bits I'm going to use the landscaping tool and throw the drone. The other thing I was going to say, when I said about this is not clunky, the level of detail on it is amazing. Sort of weeds around the edges and that kind of stuff, and little bumps and bits, and there's little bits of the roads where you've got potholes, and you've got where things have been repaired, but you've also got where there are potholes and you can see damage, but the damage is not just superficial. You've got like strewn bits of broken stone where it's come out of it. I mean, it's incredibly well done, incredibly well done. So the next farm along is this one here. So we've come up from here and we're at this one here, plot 123. Like I said, the codes are all, let's say the codes, the keys are all there for the actual farms themselves. But this one here, we've got our manure point here for when the manure is produced. We've got a slurry point just there, milk point just here. Over here we've got a liquid fertiliser or herbicide storage at 12,000 litres if you want to store in there. If we go around the end here, we've got our cow trigger for our cows. Again, like I said, I'm not going to read them all out, but we've got 120 cows in there. If we come up here, we've got sheep, 45, and again, because this is sheep with baby animals, we've also got sheep. We've got lambs, goats, rams, kids, all that cool stuff. Again, goats coming to FS25-2. Is this bale and pallet storage? It was, wasn't it? Bale and pallet storage 600 here. I've got, my notes are insane on this one. There's so much stuff on here. And then we've got another silo around here, tucked away. This silo was 200,000 litres, I think this one is. Tucked away in here. There you go. In and out, all done in here. Not a lot of space, but it is in here, so smaller farm. Now, all the way out along this track here is plot 124. And I bought that, as you can see, that's only 19,180. And on that, we've got an apple tree. That is a production. I'm going to jump to it, as if by magic. And there we go. So your apple tree, and there are a few around the map as well. You bring water and manure and it produces apples, and then we have got a thing later on for doing juices, fruit juices, and then you get an apple byproduct as well, which we'll look at later on too. So there are a few of those knocking about. Like I say, anywhere where there's an orange icon on this little plot of land, you've got a shed as well. It's either sheds, I mean they've got solar panels as well, so if you buy those plots and you've got a solar panel, you'll generate a little bit of income as well. And then some have got pastures, some have got other things on them, hay drying and things like that. I'm going to jump back to the tractor and we shall continue. So if we turn down here, we've got a cell. Like I say, look at the detail. I mean, it's just, it does look incredible. We've got a bakery sell point. That is just a sell point. That is not production. It is just a sell point. And we come up around to this point here. We've got a fuel point. We've got a sell point. So the fuel point is just there. Sell point is around the back, which is just here. This is, if I can find it on my notes, this is Ag Trader Mitty's house, I think it's Mitty's house. That's it, sell point. And then across the way we've got wood chip production, which you can purchase for 5 grand, like so. So wood in, wood chips out. Again, recipe 2,400. Or cycles per month 2,400. Recipe's only a 3 to 3, so it might be a little bit slow. We come to here, we can activate the trigger, which opens the gates, opens the cover, and that's where you put your stuff in. And take stuff out, and you know. If you want to, you can shake it all about. There you go. Sell wood, do that. So, it's a very, very good map. It's a very good map. The level, I get some little smacks here and there of Italia demo. I know it sounds really weird. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. The lighting is great. The colour palette's great. It works very well. It's a good map. Have I mentioned that? It's a good map. So one of the other little orange markers is this little plot here. But before that, we've got this little plot that we start with on New Farmer, and in this shed is our harvester. So under your list of start equipment, if you're on New Farmer, is the harvester and header, which I didn't check to see. It's not saying they've got any damage, they're just dirty. Your harvester and header trailer are in this barn here, and then next door to that, back to the map. So we're going through the farm here. We've come up to here, and we're at this point. So that point you start with 121, but 122, which is only 28,560, gives you a cow pen. We've got another marker activating there which takes away the barbed wire fence, and just in here we've got a cow pasture for 50 cows, and the various different triggers are around there so you can see what's what. And then what we've got over here, you saw on the map just now, just over there, again I'll throw the drone this time, come over here, we've got another apple tree on this little plot here, but then next up we've got a manure plate. Now it says manure extension, but I don't know where the manure is coming from, because normally a manure extension has got to be close to an animal pen for it to work. That's the take out trigger, but I don't think you can put into it. So I understand the concept that having a manure point right by where you need manure for your apple trees makes sense, but I don't know how that would fill up unless the trigger on that's been extended miles. I don't know, but that's another one of those small plots you can purchase. Now I'm going to head down here. Now off to the left there's an orange marker on the map. On the mini map you can probably just see it down the bottom. But this is on the land that you buy if you buy the verges, the periphery of the map. And what it does have out here, the orange marker is for this. So we've got a silage clamp out here. It's not an apple tree or anything like that. So that's just out here. And like I say, that's on the verges, the periphery. Like I say, there's a few bits that are. Now we've got a bit of a drive, which is fine because we get to see everything and how cool it all is. And, you know. Like I say, I don't know. I'm just hoping I didn't miss anything major at the main farm, because there was a lot going on in that building. A lot going on. This is another of those maps, I think, because it's broken up in places with forests, that it feels like it's in very different segments, which is cool as well. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. What I like here as well here is the detail that there's been tree felling going on, and the trees are still laying on the ground like it's just been done. Now I don't know if you can actually get to it. I didn't buy a chainsaw. I have to remember to do that. Actually, we can probably do that here now, can't we? Because we are here, and some of that to the right is part of the verges. So what I'm going to do, let's go into here. Let's pick up a chainsaw. Let's go into here. Do that, and let's see if it will allow me to cut down a tree this side. It might not, because like I say, it's oh, okay. So yeah, once you've bought the blimey, I wasn't expecting that. So if you buy all the verges, and that was, like I say, that was only what, 900 and something was it I said? 903,000. You get all of that's a lot of forestry. But if forestry is not your thing, that's absolutely fine. But that's a lot of land as well. So if you used a mulcher or something and you cleared a load of that, you could put fields and stuff in. That's a lot of land for the money. I wasn't expecting to be able to cut stuff down. But anyway, that's cool. Onwards. I think I'm maybe a third of the way through. Faster. I needed a faster tractor. Turn it. I will do what I always do. I'll show you on the map where we are, where we've been. There may be bits of the journey that I will edit out. Again, it will come down to time. When I come to edit, if I've gone over, I might have to chop some chunks out of journey. So there'll be like this bit where I'm explaining what I've done. So coming up, we've got another small plot that we purchased. This is like a constructor's yard. Not constructors, contractor's yard. Constructors? Which is this yard just here, but we need to access it to get through. Actually, we don't need to, we can go on foot. Or we can go by. Anyway, contractor's yard is just here. So we came all the way along here took this fork here out to here. This plot 130 is a contractor's yard, access to the barn building. This is one of the ones where you have to come into the small door first before we can open the large doors, and we've got one of those small silos in the corner of the yard. Again, you can do whatever you want with it, that's entirely up to you. Now up here we've got the recycling centre. This is a sell point, with the trigger being around here. I don't know how easy that's going to be to access. I guess it will just be here out and around, but we've got a recycling centre, and then next door to that we've got the sewage treatment plant. And that's the thing I said that's there to place. That's a buy point. You can buy slurry and manure, and again, if you're never sure or not sure what you can buy where, go into your prices menu, scroll down each individual thing. The right hand side will tell you where you can sell or buy from. If I go down to our slurry and digestate, just there, you'll see it says there sewage treatment plant. So that's where you can buy from. And the digestate, same thing, sewage treatment plant. That's that little facility next door. So if you want to buy slurry or digestate, if your animals aren't producing it and you want to use it for a production, or you want to use it for your fields, you can come up here and purchase it if you wish. So we'll drive past those momentarily. Then just round the bend we've got a manure sell point. So if you've got a surplus of manure you want to get rid of, you can bring it here and you can sell it. So this is your kind of, I guess, your recycling centre for all the waste products. Life's waste. Right. Onward. The bit we're going to come out to in just a moment, it looks like a farm area. There's two small plots. One of the orange markers is for a shed, which is on the verges of the map. I want to go this way. It's on the verges of the map, and there's two small plots which can be purchased. Both of those just give access to sheds. There's no apple trees or productions or anything like that. It's just sheds. You can see them on the mini map just coming up at the bottom. We're going to head down to that momentarily. But again, you come out of here and the landscape's amazing. It just has such a... Oh, I mean, look at it. So there's that shed over there. That's on the verges. If you bought the verges, you get access to that. Then there's that shed just through the trees there, which is in that little courtyard. And then you've got this shed just here. So we go back to our map. We've come down here, across here and down here. So that one, let's go back to there. That one is on the verges. That one's 131. That one's 136. That one's going to cost you 3,360. That one 4,000. Like I said, so there are other areas on the map where you can sell buildings if you want to once you bought them. I didn't try and get the slot count down anymore from 1,507. You can, and you'll be able to get it lower, just because it started to glitch and I started having problems. I thought, okay, I don't want to cause a game crash. So we are now here at this road, and across the way is this farm. So this plot 139. 688,200, and you get all of that. There's a huge amount on here, so we're going to cross over the road. And again, I love this. You've got this main highway road that runs across. You've got all these little lay-bys and stopping points. You've got lots of nice little features that just add an immersive element to it all. So swing around just here. Right. In here, farm shop. So this is the farm shop here for the farm. So this is Schellenberg. You come across the way just here. There's not a sleep trigger. We can go into this building. You can open that door. You go into these two side offices if you want to. We can open that up. You can come around the side here as well. I don't know if those shutters open actually. I didn't find a trigger, but potentially. Oh. No? There we go. If I open the outer gate, I don't know if there's one for the inner screens or not. There we go. I thought it might. It had that look about it. So you've got inner screen, outer door if you want to. Then we've got here, this is brilliant. I really like this. So that loading platform can take stuff upstairs. Slurry point just there. Hop over and we go upstairs into the hayloft. That's big enough you could put a skid steer loader or something on it. We can open the doors here as well. So you can bring stuff up on here, skid steer loader, something small, whatever you want. We've got doors that open here as well. We've got bale and pallet storage up here. for 1,000 items. So if you want to bring stuff up and put it in the bale and pallet storage up here, you can. We've also got up here hay dryer. So hay, clover, alfalfa can all be turned, dried. It's interesting it says hay, materials missing. Doesn't it mean grass? Because if you're turning it into hay... Oh yeah, there you go, grass. Of course. So that's up here. We come down the steps. I mean, you can go down there if you want to. Did it let me on here? There we go. Very cool. Round the front and into here. 100 cows in this barn and building. Then we've got our... This is for the hayloft, I think, isn't it? I think it's for that. Why is that not moved? There we go. Then we come across the way here, and we've got a large silo. I think they said it was 5 million litres, which is in here. We've got also another lift in here, which takes you up to this raised section, and those gates can be opened as well. So again, for storage. This doesn't have a bale and pallet storage in it though. Let's get the lights on. So this is here. But what's interesting with this, lift up, folds up it goes, and you've got access upstairs. Again, I'm not sure if you can get a skid steer loader or something small on here. Maybe a pallet truck or something, maybe small. I'll hop over that. We can open those gates here, so you can get stuff up and down and manipulate stuff, pull stuff up. But there's nothing showing as far as a hayloft goes. I'm going to jump down there rather than bring that down again. But you've got this in the corner, and this I'm a bit puzzled by, because this gives the impression that it's storage for something. It's got the tip-in trigger, but I don't know what. There's nothing else really showing for that. This one is your main silo. Putting into the silo is done here, and taking out of the silo is done here, which I thought was a bit peculiar. I'm not sure about that one to the side, but anyway, that's a large silo. Smaller silo just here. Silage clamps across there. And then if we come across here, you see the little marking there? This is a very cool feature as well. So in here, we've got this. So activate the trigger. Puts your toolkit outside, which activates, there you go, activates your workshop. So your workshop trigger is here, and you can put that away, bring it in later on. Nice. Large space, barns, buildings, etc. Storage just here for grain crops, and again, whatever you want. Whatever you want to put in there, you can. Then across the way, we've got 4 foil greenhouses, and these should all be showing up because you own the land now. There you go. Tomatoes, lettuces and strawberries. Fairly standard. Here on the farm, I think. Is that it? Let's go back to the map. 4 greenhouses. See, that one's showing as Silo Hall. Farm Workshop, we saw that. And the Lizard H5141, which is the mini silo. Hay dryer, bale and pallet. Yeah, I don't know what that... I don't know what that other little icon, that little thing was for. Very strange. Anyway, we've got more to go. Let's crack on. This was supposed to be posted this morning. I said yesterday I'll get onto it tomorrow morning, and it has taken quite a while to prep it. Quite a while. I didn't want to miss anything. I'm still going to, I know I will, but I say these details here, like little footpaths and stuff like that, lay-bys, it's a good one. So, looming on the horizon, on the left-hand side, we've got a gas station. The gas station's got a shop built in, but the shop is for purchasing, which is very cool. So we've got the gas station at the front. Just there, regular gas station, nice. Come around the back, and in here, it's kind of like a farmer's market, a sort of farm production, not farm production, what's the word of it? Farm supply. So in here, we've got a purchase point for liquid fertilisers, we've got a purchase point for fertiliser, we've got a purchase point for lime, and we've got a purchase point for seed, which I think is all done from this icon, but it's all in here. So all of those things can all be purchased here at the, well, gas station, farm supply. Take your pick. Mind the pedestrians. Out onto the road and into here. Around the back here we've got sell points. So we've got sell point for silage, we've got sugar cane, we've got, now this one was for apple waste. So the apples we can produce, and then you get a waste product from making fruit juice, and the apple waste can be sold here as well. And then we've got potatoes, sell point just there. I don't think that sell point is for anything. It's not showing. So we've come up and along here. It's just those four. Sugarcane, apple waste, potato. It's not showing another one there actually for that building. I think that might just be there for, say, for decoration. It seems a bit weird if it is, but right. We're going to turn just here because I'm going to head up. But we have got opening times for these. So this is your carpentry. When I say opening times, lazy so-and-so's here. Look. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, only 1 till 6. I'm saying lazy. They're probably out doing forestry up to then. They're probably up since 4 in the morning. But anyway, this is open from 1 till 4, so the gates will only open around those times. But you can still go in here. So carpentry can be purchased around here, and it's a standard carpentry as far as what it will do. So furniture wood, furniture planks, no problem at all. If we come across the way, we've got it says purchase point, but a point here for wood chip. Then if we come around this side, we've got this here, and this is your wood trader hub. Now the wood trader is basically your sawmill, because that will take your wood and turn it into planks with wood chip as a byproduct, and the planks then can go next door, or wood for making furniture, which is great. But then what we've also got just along from here is the next little plot that can be purchased, which we have pre-purchased in our land grab. Plot 132, which is just here. So plot 132 we come in, we've got shed space, which is really nice. Nice open glass doors. We've got a small silo just here. We've got a buy point for seed, fertiliser and lime, just there. And then we've got a sell point here, and this was community yard. I think this one was called community yard. I'm going to double check that. Let's just click on that. Yes, community yard. So that's community yard sell point. And again, if you're not sure what can be sold at the community yard, because I can't remember, it's just a case of scrolling up until you find something that says community yard on it. Then you'll be fine. It's not. I don't think it's a buy point. It's definitely a sell point. There you go. Community yard. Hay. So like I suppose like a bale sell point really. Grass. Wood. Oh, wood as well. Community yard. There you go. So community yard sell point. Just there. Right. Back around. So what we're going to do now is we're going to back up, go up that road a little bit, because these three plots, plot 127, 128 and 129, again not too expensive, 24 grand, 15, 6, 39, 2. We're going to head up the hill and have a look at those, then we're going to head across and down and round, and there's more to go. It's all this, you know, this is what I've always said, when you've got a map that's packed with detail, and you come on the map and you think this is awesome and you want to show it all off, but there's so much detail, you have to kind of rush around to get the map tour done. And there's always that risk you can't show it off how you want to show it off, because there's a lot to, you know what I mean? It's yeah, oxymoronical. So apple tree is the first one on that first plot just there. Behind that, and we've got this. Now I'm trying to think, we might have had a mod of this, but on a map I think this is really cool. So this is hay drying. We've got 2 of these, so when you put the stuff on, it fills up around these like little haystacks, which is absolutely brilliant. So we've got 2 of these. So we've got hay, clover hay, alfalfa hay, with slightly different, well, not different recipes really, but anyway. And then hay, clover hay and alfalfa hay coming out. So grass, clover and alfalfa in, but these are outdoor drying in the open. A lot of people have been asking, are we going to get an FS25 with seasons? Will it go back to the earlier versions of seasons where you leave hay out and it will dry in the sun rather than tedding? I don't know. Nothing's been said really. And then I think that's another manure point there as well. And then on this plot here we've got an animal pasture. This was cows. just here. Again, we've got a trigger for the barbed wire fence, dialogue box there, 50 cows in the cow pasture with our water point, feed point, and I think we still get milk. I'm judging by the look of that because it looks like churns and stuff, and that's a taking out icon, so I would say they will still produce milk even though they're in a pasture. I'm going to cut across the ground here. Don't be angry. Actually, it does look like it's either low crop or grass. We might be alright. That's what I'm telling myself. Let's go. We're on a race to the finish now. The bulk of it's done. The bulk of it is done. And we have already checked the cutting down of trees things. That's good. I haven't got to worry about that. Turning down here. So the southern part of the map is predominantly forest. The biogas plant is down here as well, and within the forest there's a little lake. I guess it is a lake. It's not. It's too big to be a pond. Certainly not a puddle. One of those points I said about on the map, the orange markers. I said it was on the. This is it here. There's a shed here. If you buy the verges, you've got access. I mean, you've got access to the shed anyway. It's open. It hasn't got doors on it. We need to take the fork down here in the middle. I think yes. I really hope I'm going the right way. I'm looking at the mini-map down the bottom left. I think I am. I'm going to have to stop in a moment and just double check my record time. So coming out of here, and again when I said about custom stuff, to our left is the dairy. Is it MichalLS? We'll have a look. But it's all custom. I mean, at the end of the day, the dairy is the dairy. It's a fairly standard dairy. Yeah, MichalLS. There we go. So, biogas plant is here. Like I said, once you've purchased it, you have access to the buildings and that kind of stuff here. You've got large silage clamps, and then here, and this one will do your regular biogas plant materials, but potatoes as well, which is very cool. I always think there needs to be more things. Where's the trigger? There we go. There need to be more things for things like potatoes, other than just productions. You know, things like this is really handy because you can do a lot of potato. So got sugar beet cutted there as well, and digestate is what's coming out, but potatoes is an additional. And we do have another one, small silos. The other thing I was going to say, they have been dotted around in a couple of locations. Jet washes. I haven't pointed them all out, but there are jet washes in some locations, as you can see there, that are accessible once you purchase the land. And then just up here, come back to the bit here, and this is fantastic. Like I say, it's all, you know, I mean, obviously that's the fairly standard building, but the way it's laid out and the signage has all been changed on it as well, so it has been tweaked, it has been adjusted. That level of detail is brilliant. So, buy the production plant for 70 grand. Let's see. Butter, cheese and chocolate, fairly standard as far as the dairy goes, but the MichalLS dairy is just here. Now we've got a bit of a drive, so I might cut a little bit of this out and I will show you, because we came from all this area, we cut across the grass down here, we came all the way down here, took that fork all the way down here. So as you can see, there's not much in the way of sell points, farms or anything down the bottom part of the map. So bottom third, yeah, bottom third of the map. Lots of fields down this section, more forestry on this side, so east more fields, west more forestry, and the biogas plant being down here. But we've got to drive from here along this road to this one here, come up this road here, along this road here, and down here, and we're heading to this point. That's where we're going to. There's a lake here in the middle, so I'm going to head along there, because once we got out of this farm area, sort of field area, it's forest. You know, you'll see some more of the forest in a minute when we get there, but I will see you over there momentarily. So as we drive along through the forest, you'll see out to the right hand side the production across the way there. It's interesting because it's down as the Forest C production. So I guess this is classed as a C in the forest, is it? Forest C? And it's C as in SEA, not as in SEE. Because, you know, you can see the forest, but all these lovely people going for a walk in the forest, around the lake, enjoying the peace and quiet, and some buffoon in a tractor just comes hooning around, disturbing the peace, annoying everybody. Apologies, but again, lovely building, really nicely integrated into the map, absolutely fantastic. And here we have a production. So production here as I said, is the Forestry production point, 50 grand, and this will do fruit. So fruit juices, 3 of. We've got apple, strawberry, and tomato. But all those things that you bring in will just do a fruit juice out. You don't get an apple juice, a tomato juice, and a strawberry juice. It just comes out as fruit juice, generic. But you do get fruit waste, and the fruit waste you can sell on as well. Again, look in the thing for prices, find fruit waste, and it will tell you where you can take it to sell it. But fruit waste will be a byproduct here. So products in, again, there's not a lot of room. See how tight around the corner that is? Water there, small bit here. It's not a big machinery type dealio, you know? I think pallets spawn across here, yeah. And your byproduct, which I think is that fruit waste, is what comes out of that chute around the side. That's what you want to see, that when you arrive here, lovely ornate gates, come in here to sit in the restaurant, enjoy some lovely fruit juices and look out across the lake, and there's lots of fruit waste slopping out the front. It reminds me of the Jennings brewery up in the Lake District. All the byproduct from the brewery there goes, they have a big old farm trailer out the front, and all the byproducts, everything that's left over from the brewing process goes into this massive trailer out the front, and the farmers come and collect it and take it for animal feed. But it's right out the front by where the visitors centre, where the shop and stuff was, and that kind of thing. And I mean, it didn't bother me. I think the whole thing's fantastic. But anyway, there you go. So there's your main gates. That just reminded me of that. Just throw it in there, extra information. So now we're heading up to the last couple of points on the map. Not the last couple of points, the last couple of points I'm going to show you. There's lots of stuff on the map, but as far as it goes with regard to sell points and things, I'm going to... this is a bit of a shortcut that takes you across, but I'm going to cut through a bit of woodland, because it'll be a little bit quicker going this way than going right along the main road. If you look at the bottom left, you'll see, if I cut just through here, it should take me onto another track, he says. Could have picked a wider gap, couldn't I? Where's the path? There we go. Would have been easier if I just come on there, wouldn't it? Anyway. So let's follow this track. We're going to head up to the main road, and then we're heading sort of west to the middle point of the map. It's a very picturesque map as well. We need to go left. Yep. I still can't go over those refrigerated units at the main farm. It's so cleverly done. It adds just that extra bit, doesn't it? So when we come out up the hill here, looking over to the right, we should be able to see across towards where the livestock market, the livestock market, that farm that you can purchase. We should be able to see across the countryside towards that in a moment. But again, it just feels like another zone, you know. Can we see across there? I thought we could. I never dreamt that. That might be the next road up. Well, it is kind of, yeah, I mean, see right over there? I mean, you can. With binoculars, if you squint a lot, put them on maximum zoom. So, the vehicle shop and workshop trigger are here. John Deere dealership. Vehicle shop trigger is just there. Workshop trigger is just here. This is also the reset point on the map. So if you need to reset any machinery for any particular reason, it will reset back to here. And then just down the track here, we've got another bale sell point. There are no horses on the map, but this is down as the Horse Barn Bale Trader, which is just here. And I think this is part of the verges, but again, what I like, when maps do this, it's brilliant. So there are horses in the field. It just adds again another element of immersion to the whole thing. I think this is part of the verges as well. I know I refer to it, verges periphery. Yeah, this bit here. And that's the map. Because like I said, when we looked across, you could just see those buildings just there. What I didn't show, and I should have said, actually I should have turned around and shown, at the farm here, just across here, where was it, here or here? Here, there were silage clamps just there. But that's the map. I'm looking at all the plots that needed to be purchased. I think we bought everything that needed to be. I'm pretty sure we have. That is Oberschwaben by Jogi. Brilliant map. Loads of cool features. Really nice stuff on it. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.